Welcome to episode 3 of our conflict management series. In the previous 2 episodes, I went through 4 tips on how to manage conflict effectively in the workplace. Today, we're going to go through the last 2 tips. Here is tip number 5 on how to manage conflict well. Own it. Or said a little bit differently, take responsibility for your part in the problem. You're not coming up with any ideas for the gala. How can we make it a night to remember if you don't get the creative juices flowing? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of a mind blank. Have you come up with anything? Even if you're convinced that your colleague is mainly at fault, there's always a part that you've had to play in creating that conflict or that problem. Maybe you were a bit too harsh in your response. Maybe you didn't give your colleague enough time to get the work done. Or maybe you just used one exclamation mark too many in your email. The point is, recognizing that you've had a part to play in the current conflict, being accountable and taking responsibility will create a space where whoever you're in conflict with will also self-examine and take ownership for whatever it is that they need to take ownership for. Conflict management isn't an opportunity for you to find ways of blaming your colleagues, but it's an opportunity to find a way to work together as a team. Number 6, focus on the future. Recently, I've started to notice how much time we spend on looking at what should have or could have been done differently. And I've also started to notice that usually when these comments are made, they're particularly unhelpful. Hello and welcome everybody to this very important conference that we have been planning for over 1 year. You should have put more money in the comms budget. Now, don't get me wrong, it is helpful to talk about what should have and what could have been done differently within a specific context. For example, in a debrief. The casually said, you should have done this or you could have done this isn't the same thing. That kind of comment can sound more like an accusation rather than a constructive critique. Are you still with me? Here's a very practical piece of advice. Next time you feel the urge to talk about what should have or could have been done, set up a meeting with your colleague and call it a debrief. You can then spend 25% of that time looking at what should have or could have been done better, and the rest of the meeting looking at how you can implement these solutions in the future. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of the conflict management series. Can you think of any tips that we've missed or anything that maybe helped you when you were in a conflictual situation? Write them in the comments because we all need to improve in this particular skill. Business English videos will be coming your way very soon, so make sure you subscribe. And if you're looking for expert help, specifically for English in the workplace, check out English Online. The link is in the description. You should be able to see episodes 1 and 2 to my left here, so if you haven't watched them, make sure you go and watch them now. See you in our next series. Bye!